Alright, I'm making yet another video today, and in this video, I'm going to explain how my magic works, you know? The difference between those who work with spirits, and then those who work with the power of all powers, that's beyond spirits, goddesses, gods, heavenly beings, beings of every race within reality. The difference between us working with the source. You ready for this? Okay, I'm going to say it. When you work with spiritual beings or demons or angel, spirits of many realms, essence, you have to perform rituals, do all kinds of things just to have a spell work, right? But the difference between the spell, the magic, the miracle from the source, the miracle abilities from the source, and the or magic, however people call it, spell, all that. The difference between all that from the source, and then the magic used from spirits, helping the human. It's the fact that when we use our spells, our powers and abilities, we don't have to do a ritual, and we don't have to do things a certain simple. All we have to do is will it into reality. That's it. We don't even have to say a spell out of our mouth. Just simply will it. Though my mouth, the words that come out of my mouth is enchanting by itself. I don't even have to do that. All I gotta do is will it. Yep, that's the simplest way to do it. Yeah, if I want to manifest anything in my life, I just simply imagine it, will it. And it's just in sync with existence in general. So, because this existence is just a mind. So that's the difference between those who have the source and those who don't. So, because of the source, I'll say it this way. I can experience what it's like to be the creator and human at the same time, because of my human incarnation, while simultaneously knowing I'm the source. Knowing the source is, knowing me completely, both source and incarnation. So that's how my spells work, I don't have to say anything. I could say something if I choose to, but I don't have to say anything, just simply know or will it. That's it. That's how my spells work, so. And like I said, because I'm in sync with the source, this is why I know the future. This is one of the real reasons why I have the ability to know the future. Like, for example, if I'm walking somewhere, and then when something is about to happen, before there's any sign of it happening, I'll just simply know what's going to happen, because I'm in sync with the knowing of everything. So basically, I'll avoid that future before it happens. And yeah. Like basically, and then there are times when people saw me avoid things that's impossible for a human to know of it coming, and they're wondering how. Then I tell them, I said, it's the source, Yeah, if you don't ignore your intuition even one time, there won't be anything you won't know. Your intuition is connected to the source. Yeah. So I'm telling you, people, that's the secret to know the future. If you want to know the future anytime, just stay in sync with your true self. And that's one of the many traits that comes with staying in sync with the true self. In order to stay in sync with the true self, you have to learn not to worry about a thing. You have to not doubt. You have to not have a what-if mentality. You have to... Yeah, that's right. So basically, stop lying to yourself about anything. Stop doubting yourself. Stop talking bad about yourself. Don't base your worth off of what you have and don't have. Don't base your worth on what other people say about you, whether humans, spirit, deities. Don't base your worth off of, comparison. Yeah. Don't, what else? Stop being brainwashed by what you hear growing up from the world system, which is set up to deceive the masses in general. So they will tell you some truth, but they won't tell you a lot of truth. They won't tell you, and they'll lie to us the most. So you have to learn to go against the grain. You have to learn to go against the crowd. The majority of people are destined to be brainwashed, while only a few are able to escape it. So if you cannot escape it, then you're not chosen. It's that simple. But yeah. So I'm just saying, one of the reasons why I know the future, and why I have magical abilities. I can heal people. I can cast a spell. All I gotta do is will it. I don't even have to say words. I only say words if I choose to do something extra with it. But yeah. Yeah. There are people I blessed because I said to that person, okay, you know what I think? I remember there was a brother, one of my fellow black people. I told him that, okay, I'm gonna make a promise to you. If you promise not to do these evil things again, but stay honest, trust the source within, I promise you I'll have everything work in your favor from now on. And then I met him months later. And he said everything it went great for him. We said, "Whoa, you're amazing. Everything went great for me. Like it was hard to get a job before, but now I just got a job just like that, and everything fell into place so quickly. What the what?" I said, "See, that's the source within yourself. You just gotta trust yourself. In order to do that, you have to cast away the fake self. Don't be don't follow the crowd, man. That's it." So I told him. Then I said, yeah. And then the other people, I said to them, "This is going to happen to you because you refuse to see the truth. So therefore, you're going to be cursed with sickness, and I said this to them. It didn't happen to them. Yeah, whether it's a blessing or a curse, I can cast a spell on anybody that I do not like. Or if I do like someone, I'll just simply, I'll just will it to happen to them, from a distance. Or if anyone tells me in my YouTube channel, because you watched my video, I'll make an exception for you too. But that's only if you ask me. You have to ask. It is written, ask and you shall receive. Yeah. Because prayer also means asking, right? When you say I pray to the power, what does prayer actually mean? It means to ask. That's it. But you don't even have to ask if you're in sync with your true self, because you know yourself. The asking, talking to yourself, really only depends on it's like this. When people talk to the highest self, it's because they're not aware that the self and them are the same entity. So if you're fully aware that you're the same entity, you don't have to say a prayer, because you are that prayer. You are that source. You know what I'm saying? And prayer is another word for talking, communication, thinking. You don't have to think. It's just you'll just know, and you'll will it to yourself. That's it. Because it's not wrong to say that you're God, to say you and God are the same person. This is actually what the true God within wants. So, but like I said, not everybody can just be connected like that. So there are people who just can't be connected like that. So, but then there are people who can figure it out. So, are you one of those people? Those who watch this video, are you one of those people who can figure it out? I wonder. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say in this video. This was a short little recap to talk about some more deep stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, man. That's how my spells work, Anything good I want to happen to someone, it will happen. Anything bad I want to happen to a person, it won't happen. And also, having the complete awareness, that's why I like to honor my holiness. I don't hang around other people on a regular basis. Spiritual people are like this. It's not just those with a complete awareness, those who are aware enough, right? People who are spiritual, there's a reason why we have to be by ourselves. We need a place for ourselves. It's because it's called honoring your holiness, basically. That's what it's called. Basically, there are times when you gotta be by yourself. Like, for example, I live in a place where I can even open up my doors, right? And let the outside air in. Can I have a screen over the doors so that way insects and stuff can't fly in, right? So there are times I'll just, I can actually open up the doors without leaving my house, right? And then I'll just choose at any moment that, you know what? I'm gonna, but then there are times I'm gonna have to close my doors and stay inside at my place for a couple days. And what do I call that? I'll call that concentrated meditation. Why is it called concentrated meditation? Because there are times when you close the door, your aura, which is outside your body that you can't see, it's compressed within the house, with you in it. And you can strengthen your aura. That's actually another way of training your aura. You can strengthen your aura by simply absorbing it, while it's concentrated. Yeah, see, so that's another deep stuff that most aren't aware of. So you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah. Anyway, I call it sealed. Sealing myself away. I call it sealed meditation. So anytime I want to do a sealed meditation, I'll just close all my doors and just be to myself, like for a couple of days. Doesn't mean I won't go outside. I can still go outside, but I'll keep it short and head back in. I have to be inside most of the time, so I'll do that to concentrate my meditation. And then when I want to, because at the end of the day, just by existing, I'm already meditating, even now once I talk to you. If your mind is peaceful, you have no chaos that controls you, then you're at peace any moment. You're meditating at any moment. That's actually what meditation means. But if you want to do a concentrated meditation, it's when you want to focus your energy. And so whenever you're in a building, even if your aura stretches like long miles away from outside your body, or even, because there are people who are so powerful, their aura stretches like even over a whole continent or outside of a continent. Yes. When you're inside of a building, your aura is concentrated, even if you're inside of a store or, Walmart. I'm using that as an example. When you're inside of a building and you live with other people will feel the effect of your aura, no matter, depending on how powerful it is. and it's going to influence them greatly. Even if they don't see you visibly, they'll just be somewhere on the other side of the store or somewhere else, and they'll just feel your presence and not know why. Like they won't know who it is. They'll just feel like there's something like that's making them want to act different or feel good, or you know what I'm trying to say. That's why that happens, because it's the aura from other people. And imagine if there was like auras from many people mixed together, exactly, who are like positive aura. Ooh yeah, that would even have a more powerful effect. So yeah, I'm just telling you how aura works. That comes out of that surrounds our body. So yeah, my aura. Okay, since I'm making this video, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and reveal another secret about my incarnation, my human body. All right, you ready for this? My aura spreads beyond the earth and all of reality at once. Yep, there are humans who can reach that level of power, but that's only with the full awareness. So my aura is so powerful that if I close all my doors, I have the weight of the entire existence at once, you know, being condensed in my house because of the aura. And I just, wow, that's my first time saying the words of that like that. See, that's a living example of a person can learn things at any moment. Like I didn't even, wow, I never said it like that before. Exactly. See, I just didn't think of it on that level, and I just said it to y'all in this video, and I learned just right here at this moment. It came out of my own mouth from the source. So, wow. But yeah. So basically, see, that goes to show, like, anything you need to know at any moment, it will just come to you at any moment. Because the human existence can only be aware of a certain level of knowledge to where we can't go beyond. Because if we go beyond a certain level of knowledge, we'll die. It'll be too much for our mortal body to handle. So that's why whenever there's knowledge that we need at any moment, what the source does within us, right, is take the back of our mind, right, which we're not fully aware of. There will be knowledge that will be taken out from there and be replaced with the temporary knowledge that would be given to us to know at that moment. And it will be pushed up to the front. The other knowledge is within the brain will go out, move out the way, and push that knowledge to the front from the source. And then we'll know that to do that at that moment. And then once we're done doing that, when there's no more purpose for that, then that knowledge will go back to the back of the brain, and all the knowledge will go back in the original place that we keep within us. And then that knowledge will go back to the source completely outside of our brain. Yeah. And then the knowledge that we had in the back of our mind that was taken out just to put that knowledge in, that knowledge will go back into the back part of the brain where it was before it was taken. So their knowledge that we have up to a certain point, and then their knowledge will get temporarily to help us at that moment, and then it'll be taken back. So that's what I mean by knowing of everything. When you're in sync with the source, there won't be anything you won't know. Yeah. So it's really cool when you think about it, like how it works. So that I'm explaining it. That's how it works. Like the reality, when you reach the limit of knowledge, then you will get borrowed knowledge. Like because if you know more, it will hurt you. So you have to. Yeah. So that's actually what happens with the source in the incarnation. The source will take a certain knowledge in your mind back to the void, to himself. Yeah. Then he replace it with that knowledge. And then because that knowledge is just temporarily, he would just take that knowledge back, and then the knowledge he sent back to himself, the void, he was sent back to your brain that he took it from temporarily, basically. Yeah. It's really cool when you think about it. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much the reality of, like, you know, the reality of the power that humans have, depending on what entity they work with, you know, versus the source, you know. So, yeah. So there are times I do concentrated meditation, and then there are times when I just simply. But then again, besides that, meditation, I literally meditate just by existence. Just the fact I exist. I don't even have to, do anything extra to show, you know, to be meditating. I just meditate just by existing. But concentrated meditation is when I close all the doors and hang out in my place for a while. Because my aura will be condensed in that household. Yeah. And that will be like strengthening my, it's another form of training in a subtle way. It'll be strengthening not only my soul, which is a combination of breath, life, and body, but it will also strengthen my physical body in turn, like, because it will go into all the cells and activate all of them on a higher level. So, which is pretty much what ascension means too. Like, your cells reach a point where they vibrate that you can travel between heaven and earth whenever you want, but it's like being a superhero, but putting on the disguise just to blend in with other humans. You can still visit Earth and be ordinary human. You know, but then you can secretly just go up to the spirit world and back whenever you want, because you learn how to activate your entire body because of the. Wow, I didn't even know that. I learned in this video that concentrated meditation is a form of soul ascension. I did not know that until just now. Wow. Yeah, see? That knowledge just came to tell me that now. I'm telling y'all this, but then I just told myself something I didn't know yet. See, y'all witnessed this in this video. See? The reality of being in sync with the source. There won't be anything you won't know. You will just know because you're in sync with the source, the knowing of everything. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say in this video. Yeah. Thanks, people, for listening to my videos because I want to spread awareness. That is my goal. That's why I make this video. These videos are going to be shown to people, you know, who are meant to hear it. And even if they're not meant to hear it, you know, it will just influence them in some way. That is my human side talking, but I know the source side says, yep, truth is, there are people who are just not meant to hear it altogether. So, therefore, that is what my source side is saying. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, that's it, people. I'm gonna go chill now. Peace.